It was a Saturday morning and the plan was simple. Grab some strawberries and lettuce, then sit at a cafe and enjoy a coffee in the sun. That was the plan. But I forgot that on Saturdays, most of the cafe tables in the square disappear to make room for the market stalls. The Wednesday market is smaller, so the tables remain, but they need the space on Saturday. And sitting under a dark stone archway on a sunny spring day wasn't the experience I had in mind. I thought about picking up a roast chicken for lunch, something easy, but then I passed an olive vendor and, well, I got tempted. I tried a few tapenades and walked away with green olive tapenade, an anchovy cream for dipping veggies, harissa, and some green olives with artichokes. 17 euros later, oopsie. Obviously, if I had tapenade, I needed bread. And if I had bread, I may as well get some cheese. I'd seen a gorgeous Délice de Bourgogne cheese earlier, so I went back and hunted around the market for the right cheese stand. Found it, decided to buy 3 cheeses because duh. She cut and wrapped the beautiful cheese wedges, and it was only then that I realized I was out of cash and they didn't take card. Luckily, I lived just a couple minutes from the square, so I said BRB in French, ran home, grabbed a bill, and came right back. Perks of small town life. At this point, I knew I had a full picnic spread on my hands. I had a garden at the end of my courtyard. This was the new Saturday plan. This always happens. I tell myself I'm just picking up 1 or 2 things, and somehow I end up lugging home a huge heavy bag full of bread, cheese, olives, and everything in between, but honestly, the market just makes me happy. Okay, the baguette is secured. So is dessert. And if we're doing full-out picnic, then we need a bottle of rosé, right? Domaine Tempier, pas mal. Vous n'avez pas de rosé qui est frais?
Si.
Ok, super.
Je vais vous dire ce que j'ai offert.
Petit pique-nique.
Allez, je vais vous dire ça. Normalement, j'ai le masque des vols coffré. On est sur quelque chose d'un peu plus profond, un peu plus aromatique. C'est fruité, ça reste à manger quoi, plus pique-nique?
Poulet, salade, fromage.
Bon, ça fera la fin, c'est pas bien.
Ok, super.
Il n'est pas trop. J'ai un gris.
Ah, ok.
Ça, c'est très bien aussi. Donc, Grenache Cinsault, on est à Cévennes. On est au-dessus, un petit peu dans les montagnes de Cévennes.
Ok.
Je pense ici pour l'apéritif en pique-nique, ça sera quand même un petit peu mieux.
Ok, super. On passe à ça pour aujourd'hui.
Ouais. Allez.
Je savais pas que vous avez des vins nature.
Si. Voilà.
Mais j'adore. J'adore.
Non.
Hi. Guys, I finally remembered to use my mic. Are you so proud of me? Watch, this whole thing's gonna be without sound. But it's flashing green, which supposedly means it is working. Okay. So this has turned into an entire thing. I feel like that's cutting off my head, probably. How tall am I? You need to see that? Can I see that? Voila. Okay, I think that's better. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was going to go and do a cafe sit with a coffee and maybe get lunch, but instead, since I forgot the cafe isn't going out into the square on a Saturday, I'm gonna have a glorious picnic in my freaking medieval garden that I have just across the way, which I still have not spent time in, so today's the day. But first, Market Haul Pic. And also first, wine. You know, started out with I'm just gonna get some lettuce and some strawberries, and that's all. And then it snowballed, you know? Because then once I had chicken, then I needed some bread, then I went and talked to that tapenade guy. Suddenly I got olives and tapenade and an anchovy cream that apparently if you dip raw vegetables in is delicious. Let's try that. I could cut up some carrots. That's all I have. I have bell pepper. Yeah, so then once I had tapenade and olives, it was like, well, now I need cheese. I don't know if I have cheese and the whole deal and a picnic, well, then gotta have a rosé. And so here we are. Okay, this multicry, so it's a Pinot Gris. It's local. It's Cévennes. Sud de la France. I'm glad that they had that cold. I always like it when it's more of a very light salmon pink color. Like that. So, I'm gonna have a little wine while I construct my market haul setup. Oh, it's not gonna go back in, is it? There we go. Okay. Phew. Cheers to what is about to be a glorious Saturday. Doing one of my favorite things. Going to the market, buying French cheese, bread, and produce, and having a picnic with rosé. Really is one of my favorite things. It's nice. It needs to be colder. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, here we go. How I ended up with two breads like this, because I actually said, he said it's a little bit sweet, and I said, oh yeah, I don't really want sweet. And then he goes, taste it. And then that's the moment where I don't know how to say, I don't want this. All I had to do was say, yeah, I don't really want fruit. But I just said, okay, because he kept insisting that it's great with cheese. So I went and got this. Oh wait, I was coming up for the baguette crisp sound. It passes the test. A lot of that was probably the paper. How cute. Adorbs. Green. Olive tapenade. This is the anchovy cream. Harissa, spicy. That will be good with the chicken. Oh my gosh, these olives. And yeah, you probably can't see those. Look how beautiful. Dare I eat one now? Yep. Good. They're a little more pickled than I thought they would be. Normally when they're a bright green like that, like a Castelvetrano olive, shout out to my favorite olive, it's normally buttery and very mild. If you're not an olive lover, Castelvetrano is the gateway olive, I'm telling you. Try it. It's delicious. Oh my god, the cheese. Okay. All right. Let's get down to business. I laid everything out on the counter, which has become my Tuesday, Thursday post-market ritual. It's become this little creative exercise, watching how the market changes with the seasons, noticing what colors are showing up, which fruits are finally ripe, which vegetables were on their way out. I'm looking at you, asparagus. Laying things out like this and taking a photo of the spread is a little thing that delighted me. It felt like creating a still life painting, except for the paint. And honestly, as a food lover, well, the food itself feels like art. Ta-da! I don't even want to move it. Poulet. My little Fraisier tart. Avo, harissa, anchovy dip, strawberries, tomat. Look at these cheeses. Look at that cheese. Oh my God, I want to put my face in it. I want to put my face in it. Look how beautiful those olives are. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so happy. Look at this. Look at these. Those and ricotta and lemon ravioli, and one of my favorite winemakers. Ugh. Honestly, this is life-giving to me. I washed the lettuce 4 times actually, because there was a new bug every time I gave them a rinse and a swirl in the water. Oh, another little bug, little worm. Gotta wait until it's bug free. This was a very buggy batch. I don't want to eat a bug. All right, no bugs in this one, just a little dirt. I made a salad dressing using some chicken fat drippings, dried shallots, and Dijon mustard, which if you've never done the chicken fat thing, you should. All right, got our cut up veg, fruit, wine, baguette ready to go. Cheese, chicken, and salad with dressing I just made with chicken fat. The weather was perfect. I grabbed my basket, my camera, and walked just a few steps down the courtyard to the medieval garden at the end behind an iron gate. It's quiet there and only people who live in our building can access it. It's a bit surreal sometimes to imagine what life was like back when this garden was first created, 900 years ago, and all the generations of people who stood on that very ground for so many lifetimes through history. Voila. And yes, I did put ice cubes in here because the French actually, in the summer, put ice cubes in rosé. Because rosé is not a very complex wine. So, what kind of fruit tree is that? Anyway, it's fine if it gets a little watered down. I would never do it in anything else. And honestly, in any wine, it's kind of sacrilege, but I would rather have cold, slightly watered down rosé than warm rosé. All right, we've got the harissa. I honestly wanted to go sit in the grassy part over here, but it sort of directly goes into someone else's apartment, and so it feels like I'm sitting in their yard versus there's a partition here, so I feel sort of by myself amongst the flowers and roses. Oh my God, why have I not spent more time out here? It's insanely beautiful. Just got a giant medieval tower, and then another tower, and then roses. And why have I not spent more time here? Okay, I cut up my vegetables nicely. The tomatoes, I put olive oil, nice olive oil, sea salt, bell peppers, carrots. And then when I went to go put it in the bag, it all tipped over, slid, who knows where. I think onto the strawberries, which I need to have one of these right now. Would you look at this? Would you look at this? Oh my gosh. Honestly, you've never had a strawberry until you come to France. You just haven't in season. When I was growing up, we would cut up the strawberries and then mix them with a bunch of sugar because they were just sour, very sour and tart. And so I kind of thought that's what you always had to do. Strawberries here. Oh my god. Wow. They're incredible. These strawberries are called dream, English word dream strawberries. And they are. They're a dream. I didn't wash them, but I'm sure they're fine. Right? Oh my gosh. Please don't poop on me, birds. Wow. Okay. I should eat this chicken because who knows how long it has been sitting out. I did put a little mustard on my plate. Mm-hmm. Delicious. May have overdressed this salad, but I'll survive. Mm. So I'm only delving into the world of YouTube. And so this is my first time recording myself by myself eating a picnic. So yeah, it's like, do I talk the whole time? Do I just sit here and eat? What do I do? Please advise. I'm sure you don't want to just hear me sitting here chewing. I will, however, be dipping this chicken in everything, in this green olive tapenade. Yes. Haven't even opened the baguette yet. The inside is perfect. So this is a levain, which is basically sourdough. Sourdough, but not the same as San Francisco sourdough. Just giving it a bit of I don't know, the very traditional kind of. It gives it a depth of flavor, complexity. Yeah, but you rarely. I don't know that I've ever seen it in baguette form. It's always in like the big loaf form. So when I saw a levain sourdough baguette, I had to get it. Mm-hmm. Very mild, honestly. It's not even tangy. It just has a different flavor that I don't know quite how to explain. So it is different than a tradition baguette. It's very good. Gonna dip it in the salad dressing I made. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, 2 ice cubes was overdoing it. It's not that hot today. It is watering it down more than I would like, but the coldness is very refreshing. Get out of here, fly. The cheese. I can't wait to try the cheese. Okay, I'm having some of the green olive tapenade. Confirmed delicious. Oh my gosh, I have an avocado. Olives. Okay, he said fresh raw vegetables in this anchovy cream sauce. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's my new snack forever. I hope the chewing isn't super loud. I do need to show some of these views because wowza. Yeah. I'm going to keep eating. It is time for the cheese. The flies have been trying to attack it. Oh my god. Actually, so this is a poise, and this is going to be the most mild. This will be the next, and then that will be the strongest. So I should actually start over here with that one. One-handed. This one is basically le crémeux de Bourgogne, the creamy one from Burgundy. Yes. What did they do to make it so delicious? Hi. It actually has more intensity and depth than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like a triple cream because there's Délice de Bourgogne, which is basically like deliciousness from Burgundy, and this is Crémeux. But it does definitely have some pungency. Almost like a goat cheese. Very good. I'm ready for the second one. It was creamy one. I'm a sucker for creamy runny cheese like this. I mean, look how gooey it is. Oh my gosh. I just made an animal noise. She's powerful. So this one, you can always tell when there's an orange wine, an orange rind, that it's a washed rind. And that means that there's just going to be a bit more funk to it, like funky and complex. And this one is. Like, this is not for beginner cheese eaters. Huh? Problem is, it's not like I sit around eating cheese every night, so what am I going to do with all this cheese? Look at that. Look at it. Et enfin, the blue. This tastes like Roquefort to me. And I asked her for a blue, which Roquefort is technically a blue. But I always think of Roquefort almost being more green. Not that we say there's a green cheese, but I wasn't expecting her to give me Roquefort. That being said, it's delicious. Very salty. Such complex flavors. It's intense. But I love Roquefort. I just asked her I said that I trusted her to choose whatever blue cheese for me. And she said, not too strong. And I said, meh. And she gave me this. Yeah. I didn't set out to have this magical picnic experience. I just followed the day, and this is where it led me. It wasn't a fancy meal, just a bunch of little things that added up to something kind of magical. And honestly, when I think about slow living, this is exactly the kind of thing I was hoping for. The kind of life I came here for.